We mourn a person who is a disability advocate. We mourn a man who was a champion for persons with disability, as you have been told. In 2003, he became the president while he was on a wheelchair. He was sworn in as the third president of the Republic of Kenya on a wheelbarrow, or is it a wheelchair? And through that, he realized that persons with disability have a lot of challenges. And the Persons with Disability Act of 2003 was signed by him after being a pending bill for almost 50 years of Kenyan independence. He, again, through his government, ratified the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability in 2008. Hence, Kenya was in the global map of disability rights. So kwetu kama watu walemavu, tuna huzuni sana kwa sababu ya kuachwa na ule ambao alikuwa anatushikilia mkono. Kwa ule ambao katika awamu wake wa uongozi tulirealize a lot of rights through him and through his government. The cash transfer to the severely disabled you see now, it was courtesy of His Excellency the late Mwai Kibaki. Kwa hivyo sisi kama jamii ya walemavu tumempoteza kiongozi ambao alikuwa anatujali. Personally, I have lost a mentor na mtu ambao because of him I completed university education. Kwa sababu our path with the late President Kibaki crossed accidentally in two ways. One, in the year 2000, I was elected as a student organization of Nairobi University president. And there was introduction of parallel degree program for the government of Mourn government to try and raise funds because we had sanction from IMF. And I was against parallel degree program. Mwai Kibaki at that time was an opposition leader and he was against the Moi regime. Since we had a common enemy called Moi, by default we became friends because an enemy of your enemy is your friend. So our path crossed in that line. Secondly, he was elected and was sworn in as the third president on a wheelchair. That means we were both persons with disabilities. And because he saw the challenges that come with disability, aliambia Mudhaura, wapi ile mlemavu alifukuzwa Nairobi University, rudisha yeye na wenzake, because I was suspended by the Moi regime. That is how we got our government amnesty. Therefore, we as persons with disability mourn a great man. Again, we have learned a lot of lessons from the late Mwai Kibaki. He was not petty the way we see in our current leadership. I remember in the 2010 referendum, Michuki opposed the constitution. And Mwai Kibaki was the president and Michuki was the cabinet secretary at that time, was a minister. But he never shown any difference between him and Michuki. In any case, cabinet meetings went on as usual, and then when they went to the field to campaign for and against the constitution, Michuki campaigned against and Mwai Kibaki campaigned for. He was in the yes camp and Michuki was in the no camp. Unlike what you see now, where if you differ in opinion with the sitting president, you are criminalized. You become a criminal, and you have committed a criminal punishable by sending DCI, sending ESCC, and de-whipping you from parliamentary committees because of such pettiness. So we have learned that Kibaki was not petty. We also have seen people sending their condolences and mourning this great hero in very hypocritical means. We have seen Raila Odinga mourning the late President Kibaki. Na kama kuna mtu alisumbua Kibaki kwa uongozi wake ni Raila Odinga. So it is hypocritical for him to cry the loudest, yet we know what he did. He coined the 41 against 1 political genocide mantra because Raila hated Kibaki and his tribe. But he is now crying the loudest. He again was against the Kibaki legacy project of Thika Superhighway, describing it as a tribal project. Yet he is now screaming the loudest. He was again, he used the bridge of dead bodies during the post-election violence of 2007 to grab half of Kibaki government. But now, he is the one mourning more than the briefed. Again, I hear that he was the first to go to Lee funeral home, even before the body of Kibaki arrived. And then again, he went to America and announced to the world that he's canceling his trip to come and mourn Kibaki in honor of Kibaki. He was canceling his trip, the trip that he initiated while Kibaki was already dead. You know, unafiki wa hali ya juu. We hope the leaders that will come in will not have such unafiki. So on behalf of the 6.5 million Kenyans with disability I represent in the National Assembly, we send our heartfelt condolences to the family of the late Kibaki, to the people of Othaya, and to Kenyans in general, and even to the people of this world, because Kibaki was a leader known within and beyond our borders. May his soul rest in eternal peace.